Hi everyone, I'm out here again with Digging the Old West with Bottle Ned and Paige, and we are here in a really unusual location.
Well, we're in the former location of a Coca-Cola bottling plant from the mid-20th century. It seemed to be thriving in the periods right around World War II in the 1940s, based on the dates of most of the bottles in this dump. The facility was up there somewhere, and it's long since torn down, gone, but they dumped all their unwanted and unused bottles, many of them broken and damaged, down into this slough here, and there's literally millions of them. The vintage Coca-Cola bottles, of course, being the hobble skirt Coke, which was an American classic fashioned after kind of like the shape of a cocoa bean, but you know, the real reason was the real design inspiration was the curvature of a voluptuous woman, the Coke bottle shape. We have many examples here, but we're going to try to find some whole ones.
Oh.
Yeah, the hobble skirt.
Fantastic. And when do they date to, roughly?
Around 1910 or so, 1915, all the way to now. They still make them now, but they're painted label now instead of embossed in the glass. Every city had their own Coke bottling plant. Mm-hmm. Every relatively big city. So there's tons. People collect Coke bottles just for all the different cities. They're embossed on the bases of the bottles. Okay. So this Coke bottling plant was here, but you can find them from, even in this dump, there's going to be Cokes from all cities.
Fantastic. I'm going to take photos of the bases, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. Thanks. So, are you excited, Paige?
Oh, always. This is my first time at the Coke dump, so we're all going to get some Americana tonight.
As seen on TV.
Signs of bottlage everywhere.
I love the way you say that. Bottlage.
Bottlage everywhere.
Well, you're a professor of bottology, and so am I. We have an infiltrator. An imposter. 7-Up.
7-Up. So what's that doing there then?
I don't know, man. Somebody cheated. Somebody was drinking the competitor at the Coke bottling plant.
Wow.
We have crabs. Hello, Mr. Crab. Hello. How are you doing?
Oh, this one's St. Louis. St. Louis.
St. Louis?
Yeah, St. Louis.
Mary Ann Lynch took off at 7:45 a.m., flew 2,949 miles, made 3 stops. And most of the trip still lies ahead. Now there are schedules to check, flight reports to make. A quick supper with friends before turning in. Next morning, on the go again at 6:15. Then St. Louis, Cincinnati. Finally, New York. Glamour job, Mary Ann has made dozens of runs like this, served hundreds of hot meals, greeted thousands of new people. It all demands a lot of charm and works out to a lot of Coke. Is things go better with Coke after Coke after Coke just a slogan? Right, Miss Mary Ann Lynch, Trans World Airlines, Box 7144, St. Louis, Missouri. She'll tell you.
St. Louis? That made a trip.
Yeah.
Do we have a San Francisco yet?
Oh, San Francisco.
Oh, nice.
Uh-huh. The big city.
We're having a tour of different cities here. So here's one from a Coke bottling plant in Santa Maria, which is in Southern California, closer to Los Angeles. Here's one from the Valley Joe, Vallejo, which is closer to here, the hip-hop capital of Northern California. And Amarillo, Texas.
Amarillo?
Yeah.
Is that the Show Me the Way to Amarillo?
That's San Jose, I thought.
San Jose.
Good song. Wrong state. You're going the wrong direction. They're almost they're like coins. They circulate like currency. They make their way all around, and because they were drank out of and then returned for a deposit value. Actually, young boys in the 1940s one of the ways they'd make money for a candy bar or a comic book was that they would look in the bushes for old Coke pop bottles, and they return them to the store, and they get a deposit. They get like a nickel or something, or a penny, however much it was, and they would save it up, and then they would buy a comic book. And so people would get, Coke bottles would be transported. They'd make their way around. Maybe military service people would bring them from some other base, or people would take a road trip from another city or state, and however they got here, and they were returned to this bottling plant and refilled.
Bet some girls get it too.
Well, jeez. I'm just talking about from my perspective. I don't know.
It would be great to find a whole bottle. I wonder if this one is. Let's do a little extraction. We might be in luck. Let's get it in the camera frame. Oh, now that's interesting. I found a whole bottle, but it's not a Coke bottle, but it's quite nice. This looks cool. Oh, what is it? Idaho. Hey, there's a nice bottle here. They're all so busy they can't hear me. Hi, Bottle Ned. I got a nice bottle. See if I can get his attention. I got a bottle, but it's not Coke, but it's quite nice. Let's get the expert over. I need the expert's opinion. Take a look. It looks really nice.
Professor of Bottology to the rescue. Ooh, Art Deco. Oh man, oh my god, it's whole.
Yeah.
What the hell is this?
I know, isn't it nice?
Wait.
I just did a really nice extraction just
Dude.
there. Look at that hole.
What?
Just came from there.
Oh my god, you out-bottled Bottle Ned. Look, I've never even seen that. Idaho.
Yes.
I don't know. Idaho.
It's gorgeous. Look at that.
It says Idaho on it.
Yeah.
What?
Do you recognize that?
No. No, I don't.
That's so exciting.
Idaho, let's read the bottom. Wait a second. Idaho Beverages, Lewiston, Idaho. What? It's like an Art Deco soda water bottle
Let's,
from Idaho.
Give it a wash in the...
You scored.
Yes.
Oh my god.
It's great, isn't it?
Yes.
Wow, he's getting excited. It must be good.
That's the coolest Art Deco soda I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
Yes,
Wow.
because I've never seen an Art Deco from Idaho. What? Oh my god! And it's in such good condition. It even has barnacles on it still.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So they didn't just, I mean, occasionally some other bottles would have made their way into the recycling.
Yeah,
here.
this seems like a
Interloper.
stowaway.
Yeah.
They're probably like, the reason why this is mint is because somebody returned it to the Coke bottling plant.
And they said, oh no, we
And
don't,
they were
we
like-
don't want that.
They were like, what the hell is this thing?
That's
We don't
so
know.
pretty. So
What does it say on the it says something on the artificial colors added. That was like back when that was actually like bragging rights. Artificial, that's really cool. It's artificial colors and flavors. Fruit acid added. Great. Yum. Fruit acid.
Fruit acid, yummy. Paige would like that.
Yeah. Hey Paige, you want some fruit acid?
Yeah, the cool bottle here.
She found the coolest bottle
I know
I've
it's
ever
cool
seen in this
because
dump.
he's excited.
Isn't that true when you like take someone
Yeah.
and you show someone like, look, I want to show you this spot in my country, and then you come and find the coolest bottle that's ever been found here.
Whoa. Idaho.
I got bottle envy big time, man. Dude, that is so cool. Idaho.
That's nice. It's a photo.
Absolutely beautiful. 100% the best bottle that's ever come out of this dump.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. Thanks for bringing me here.
Oh, now I'm regretting it.
Wouldn't this be a good time for you and your guests to have Coca-Cola too?
With tiny beads of moisture running down their frosty sides. It's a wonderful way to say to folks, so glad you came. Welcome anytime.
I would have found it, I tell you. It would have been mine.
Oh, wow. Well, it's almost as exciting as an onion bottle.
Yeah.
By our standards, it is.
So how much do you
It's 30s. That's an Art Deco.
Oh yeah, that's Deco,
embossed.
baby.
It's before ACL, before applied color label. They had embossing and elaborate designs in the Art Deco style on soda bottles in like the 1930s. How often do you see?
Great, well I'm going to keep looking down here.
Yeah, you should, probably should. Jeez.
I love how Idaho is in this like little cross motif. And these almost look like church windows. I don't know, I'm feeling pretty holy about this.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Maybe it has some kind of religious connotation.
Yeah, possibly.
So Paige is heading off now. She's tearing herself away from this bottle heaven.
Gotta go do something a lot less fun than this. Gotta go to work. Just gotta make that bread.
Where can people see some of your finds on Instagram?
I'm down in a hole on Instagram.
At Down in a Hole.
That's right.
That was a perfect name for a bottle digger, basically, isn't it? Okay,
Know it.
brilliant. Well, I hope the day goes really quickly, and I hope to see you again really soon.
You too. Thanks for coming out.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow, just look at all these remains of Coke bottles here. That's so astounding.
So many decapitated victims.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think every once in a while someone made a mistake and threw away one that was completely intact. So that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Well, I know you've already outbottled Bottle Ned, but I might have a consolation prize. Your first Coke bottle.
Ooh.
Intact.
Oh. Yes.
Totally mint.
Totally mint.
Hobble skirt Coke from...
Wow.
No, it's got a chip on it. I can't do anything right today.
No, but you can't tell.
Oh, you're kicking my butt. I thought it... What city is it from? Oh, it's from Frisco, San Francisco.
San Francisco.
I felt the top and I was like, oh man, the top is totally mint. And then right on the base, there's that shit. I thought you were gonna come home with a nice cherry mint Coke
It
bottle.
still looks pretty tired though. You can't tell that it's got a chip.
Yeah, if you put it on a shelf, you can't tell.
Yeah.
And I want to find the elusive green Coke bottle. There's actually Coke bottles like this. Most of them come in an aqua.
Yeah.
Like a darker aqua. Every once in a while you can find one in green, a color that they just kind of made by mistake.
Yeah. Have you found one of those in the past?
Only one
Only
out of the
one.
thousands.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's what I'm looking for.
Beauty.
Oh, I got it's a broken seltzer water. That's a pressurized seltzer spritzer, so it have a little squirter thing. In America, the soda fountain was very popular in the mid-20th century. I might have finally done it. Okay, I think I got a pretty good example of one that doesn't really have much damage. And it's from Santa Cruz. The beach boardwalk.
Oh, lovely. Shall I give it
Under
a
the
rinse off?
boardwalk. Yeah, can you rinse it for
Yeah.
me, please?
That's looking good. Yeah.
From an iconic California city.
Yes.
Home of the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk and the Mystery Spot.
Oh, wow. So this one, yeah, made in Santa Cruz and what, 1940s or so?
Let's check. Let's take a look. Gotta look for the date. It's on one of these little skirt parts.
yeah,
here we
so
go.
there.
1941.
1941.
How well do you know your American history? What happened in 1941? I'll give you a clue. A day which will live in infamy.
I'm ashamed to say that I don't
You
know.
Brit! Oh, get out of my country! It's December 7th, 1941, Pearl Harbor.
Oh,
So
okay.
this bottle was made the same year that Pearl Harbor was bombed in Hawaii by the Japanese, which was the beginning of America's involvement in World War II.
I was going to say, was it the beginning of the involvement of America in World War II? But I didn't know that it was.
Yeah, they
Harbor.
drill that into us growing up real heavy.
Wow, so a little bottle that represents a big history.
Yeah.
Well done. You got your whole one.
Finally.
Now, have I got a whole Coke bottle here? Look, see part of it just here. Is it going to be in one piece? Let's see. No, it's not. Oh, boo.
I'm noticing that most of them have a little, or a substantial chip off the top, and that's why the bottling plant threw them in this dump, is because they couldn't put the bottling, the bottle cap on it anymore, so it wasn't of use at the bottling plant, so they threw it in this dump. So that's why so many of them have a big chip on the lip or a chip on the base, so the bottle wouldn't stand up when they were refilling it. To the tip.
Men start the bottles through the washing machine, where cleansing compounds and purified water, steaming hot, combine to sanitize and make them sparkling clean. From the time the bottles enter the washer until the last step in the bottling process, no human hand touches a single bottle. To be sure, every bottle is spotlessly clean before it is filled. Inspectors keep a watchful eye on them as they move toward the filling machine, where each bottle receives an exact measure of wholesome syrup and just the right amount of pure, sparkling, carbonated water to produce the finished, delicious Coca-Cola. Its pure and wholesome flavor sealed in the bottle, safeguarded by modern crown corks. And still another inspection to make sure the delicious flavor is sealed in.
I think they rejected this one because it was all the way from St. Louis.
St. Louis.
No damage at all.
Wow.
Look at that. Whoa. Let's see what the date
You're
is.
on a roll.
I know.
You're on a
I'm
bottle roll.
getting there.
So, is it chipped?
No, this one has no damage. 1943.
Wow.
What's the famous American battle in the Pacific Theater that happened in 1940? I'm just kidding. I won't do it to you again.
Yikes. I need to brush up on my history.
No, I don't know either. It's one of them. Yeah.
Nice one.
I don't know why they tossed this one. It doesn't have any damage.
They were probably being a bit careless.
Maybe they're just like, we don't want to represent St. Louis, Missouri.
Right.
St. Louis, Missouri was the, I think that was like where when they took the Overland Trail, they, you know, you ever play that video game from the 90s? I don't know, like, they start on their journey in the covered wagon to out west. They start from St. Louis, Missouri.
Wow.
Yeah.
You can really tell a story through all these Coke bottles, can't you? Like
Yeah.
all these different places. It's such a multicultural bottle dump.
I know. There's going to be representations from so many different American cities, or maybe even places. There could be Cokes that were made in different countries in this dump, and maybe that's why they threw them in the dump too.
Wow, look at your bottle hole. Oh yeah, this is how you do it. This is how it's done, isn't it? Look at this. This is the spot.
The scratcher's really key.
Yeah.
You just got to scratch into this stuff. It'll be great to find like one of the first Coke patents too, like the 1915 Coke, the original one. They're in here too. They might have thrown those away just because they're not standardized to fit the bottle caps from the 1940s because they were too old. So they tossed them. It's not completely intact, but it's not a Coke bottle.
Oh, that's interesting.
What? Lincoln, Nevada? Oh, Nebraska. Oh, blah. Oh, I thought it was Nevada bottles are very rare and cool.
they?
But this one's from Nebraska.
That's nice though. What does it say on it?
Shoco Lithia Springs Company. So this had Lithia water, which, if my memory serves correct, I believe the Lithia water was seen as a medicinal springs water, which would help women be less pissed off on their periods. I think they actually advertised that. Yeah, they had a product called Buffalo Lithia water, and there was like the trademark for the product. The logo was like a picture of a woman like drinking it, like, and the big bottle embossed. And yeah, I think it was part of the curative properties it was claimed to have was a tonic water to help with women on their period.
Yeah, sometimes you don't have to find something in one piece, do you? Because there's just such a great story behind it.
The history and the story, yeah. I mean, we all like pretty things for our collections, but the story and the history is really cool.
Yes. I'll tell you what I do love though. Look at that imprint, that Coca-Cola imprint in the mud. Isn't that great? Look, this one looks in one piece, but you can see that it's cracked on the top there. But I wonder, made in San Rafael as well. What about this one? That's quite nice, isn't it? It is cracked, but it looks quite interesting. Let's give it a little rinse. Mayo. Oh yeah, Jan found one of these earlier. There's a really odd kind of, I don't know whether that's a sculpture over there or whether it's a bicycle that's fallen in the river. But it certainly looks sculpture-like, look. See it?
So right here, go down to here.
Okay.
So you're there, right?
Right, yeah.
Now, plow it, stay at this level and go that way. See what I mean? So you get this whole profile.
Yeah.
So you get all the bottles that are in here down to this level.
Okay. Right, I will have a go. Let's see what I find, if anything. Now, have I got a whole one here with no chips? Well, there's no chips on the top, I don't think. What about the bottom? Ooh, seems to be okay. Let's go and give it a wash. Let's have a look. Do you know what? That feels in one piece. I think I got a whole one, and it's from Vallejo. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, that's a beauty. I got one, Ned. Yeah, I think so. Oh, who knew it'd be such fun searching for broken bottles. I think I'm getting my bottle eye in now. See the outline of a bottle here. What are the chances that it's in one piece? What are the chances? Do a little extraction. Well, it looks pretty good. I can't feel any cracks on the top. And I can't see any on the bottom either. Woo! Hey, I think I got another one. Yeah, this one's yeah, this one's San Rafael. Yeah, that's whole. Woo.
Nice. Perfect.
Woohoo! Let's strike that at number 2. Number 3.
Yay!
Oh, let's see when it was made. Can you see anything on there? Let's see.
There it is. Should be right there. There is no date on that because there's the mark.
Yeah. Maybe it's a more modern one.
Well, no, because it doesn't have the stippling down on the bottom. Ask Dad. This looks.
Oh, actually, it is a little bit chipped.
Oh, okay.
But, you know, it looks fine.
It looks fine.
I got another one that's a different type of product, though. I'm gonna pull it.
Ooh, oh, that's lovely.
Another deco.
Yes.
Let's see what it
that's
says.
lovely.
Grace Brothers.
Grace?
Oh, I've heard of Grace Brothers. Grace Brothers is Grace Brothers Bottling Company out of Santa Rosa, I think. But this is an Art Deco version. Grace Brothers made beer at the turn of the century. There's amber tool top bottles that say Grace Brothers on. This is different.
That's beautiful.
Grace Brothers. Let's see what else it says. Artificial colors added. Great. Flavoring registered. Blah, 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 blah. It doesn't say if it doesn't confirm it's the actual Grace Brothers that I'm talking. Oh wait, here we go. Yeah, Santa Rosa, California.
Oh wow. Oh, that's a pretty one. It's very similar to the one I found over there. Isn't
Kind
it?
of, but it's not from Idaho. It's not quite as exotic. This one is a local Art Deco soda bottle that I've never seen this one either. I'm sure they're out there, but usually don't dig too much of this age. So I have found the amber blob top beer bottles that say Grace Brothers Brewing Company in Santa Rosa. But this looks like they made soda too in the 1920s or 30s.
Oh, that's a beautiful one.
Another Art Deco design. Yeah, they had really fancy embossing and design elements to these 1920s and 30s Deco sodas. They kind of, I don't know if everyone sees it, but they kind of resemble like an amusement park or a carnival or a roller coaster ride at the fair, to me at least. And maybe that's what they were going for, and that's why it was eye-catching to kids, because kids drank a lot of soda. So maybe they would see this and go, oh boy, the carnival, and want to, you know, drink out of it or buy it or whatever.
Yeah, the power of advertising.
Yeah, exactly. The power of the subliminal suggestion of design.
Yeah, that is beautiful. My daughter's called Grace.
Oh. Oh, do you want to trade for that Idaho soda? Oh man.
That is nice.
I'm catching up to you though.
Yes, you are. Oh, there you go.
It took a while, but I finally found a whole one. It's got a chip on the bottom, but I don't care. It's from San Rafael,
Excellent.
and it's whole, but with a little chip.
Well, that's okay. Who
Yeah.
cares about a little chip? We don't care about a little chip.
Among friends. Here it is.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
It's got a little plug, so no water got in.
Can you see the year?
Yeah, 40.
40.
Looks like 40.
1940. What happened in 1940 then?
Who knows?
Lovely.
Yep.
I got something rare here.
Really?
I've never seen this. I think it's clear. I think it's not aqua. I think it's a clear colored Coke. I mean, non-colored. There's no color. What the? That can't be. I gotta be imagining this. I've never seen it. It's gotta be like a light aqua.
Get out the shadow.
What the hell? It's clear.
Really?
What? I it's a clear Coke. But I've seen them clear, but not with all the trademark and all that stuff on them. What the?
So this is kind of rare.
This is really rare. Because I've seen clear Coke bottles that are later from like the 1970s. But I've never seen one, and I've seen them that are older from like the 40s and 50s, but they usually don't have all the patent dates on them and all that stuff. The trademark registered, bottle patent, all that, the serial number. I've never seen one with all this kind of embossing right here in a clear color.
Wow.
That's completely, no city on the base.
Wow.
That's really unusual. Maybe it was something to do with, it was made during World War II, 1944. Maybe there was some kind of shortage of materials. They were rationing and they had to make a different colored bottle glass. It has a big old pot stone in it, unfortunately. So that was a part of the melting pot in the molten glass, and it got in the bottle. It's called a stone, and then that area is a really weird area that's different composition than the surrounding glass, so it can cause the glass to crack around it. But that's
real
just
rarity,
a
anyway.
really unusual color.
The art of glass making reaches back into the ages. It begins with sand. To make the bottles which carry this friendly drink to every barrio, town, and city. Clean white sand and other materials melted in fiery furnaces drop into waiting molds, where wondrous machines do magical things to the glowing molten glass. Yes, truly fabulous machines press the liquid glass to form it into the distinctive shape that is known to people everywhere. And here they come, row upon row upon row, by the hundreds, thousands, millions. These bottles are carefully inspected for brilliance, for transparency, for strength. Only the finest bottles.
Jeez. Wow. That's cool. What a high.
It was brilliant.
Yeah.
Do you have a favourite find from today?
Yeah, well, my favorite find is not my find, it's your find. That was really cool. But actually, you know, there are some runners up. That clear Coke bottle with all the patent numbers and stuff on it, I've never seen it. That's really unusual. And the Grace Brothers Deco soda is also amazing. So we all did good.
Yeah, I would never have imagined we were going to have such fun here. Dan, what's your favourite find?
Your find.
Exactly.
Well, we've certainly made a dent here. And like when you next come back, I suppose some other things may have been.
That's the fun of it.
Yeah.
I love tides and waves and water that way. And you know what they say, don't you?
What do they say?
You found the best bottle today, but every dog has his day. You win this round.
Brilliant. Well, thanks for a great day, Ned.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
And just for my viewers, again, can you just tell everyone where they can go and see your content?
Oh yeah, Digging the Old West with Bottle Ned. We do digging and historical narratives about the Old West and digging up tons of bottles and other stuff too, in huge privies and trash layers.
Hi everyone, thank you very much indeed for watching. How are you? How are you doing? I hope that you've managed to do something this week or this weekend that you really enjoy. Maybe you've been out for a blustery walk, maybe you've been on a hike, maybe you've been swimming, or maybe you're doing some crafts or writing, or maybe you've just curled up on the sofa with a lovely cup of tea and a piece of cake and watched a really good film. But in any case, I hope that you've managed to put some time aside for yourself. And if you haven't, it's not too late to make some time and do something for you that you really enjoy. And I hope, of course, that you're in good health and good spirits wherever you're watching from. So I hope that you enjoyed that outing as much as I did, and I'd like to start with a few thank yous. I'd like to say a huge thank you to my friend Jan for arranging all of this and for taking me along to this adventurous outing with Bottle Ned and Paige, and for joining us too as well, searching for bottles in the mud. I'd like to say a huge thanks to Professor of Bottles Extraordinaire and Bottlologist digging the Old West with Bottle Ned. Thank you very much, Ned, for sharing this location with me. I know you had a slight tinge of regret when I pulled out that Idaho bottle, but thank you so much. I learned a lot from you that day. And thank you too, of course, to Paige from Down in a Hole on Instagram. Definitely the best Instagram name for a bottle digger that I've seen. Thank you very much too for joining us. I had such a fun time with you all. So it's interesting, isn't it, that we all get so excited about bottles, and when I think about it, I'm surrounded by all sorts of different bottles from all sorts of different periods of history. I think I'm going to have to do a top 10 or a top 20 bottle finds. I've been so lucky with bottles. I've got onion bottles, mallet bottles, stoneware bottles, poison bottles. By the way, my daughter thinks that I say bottle in a really strange way. It used to really irritate her when I said bottle. So I don't know, do I say it right? Like bottle? That is the right way to say it, isn't it? I can never quite understand why she got irritated with me, but that's the way I say it. Anyway, and if you're watching this, Grace, I'm sorry, but you better turn this video off because you're going to get very irritated, because I'm going to have to say bottle quite a lot. Anyway, back to it. Yeah, so as you know, I'm a huge fan of onions and mallet bottles. And then hundreds of years later, we're still getting excited about bottles. And indeed, on this occasion, it's soda bottles. So let's spend a little bit of time bringing these soda bottles into the limelight and really celebrating them. Starting with the exciting Idaho bottle. And I'm going to put a challenge out there to you all to let me know if you can find one that is exactly the same as this, because I have searched and I cannot find one that is the same at all. And I've had a very good, thorough search of the internet. As you can see, it's got Idaho down the front here, Idaho here. Then on the bottom, we've got Idaho Beverages, Lewiston, Idaho. So I don't know, is this Idaho bottle the last in its species? If so, that's quite exciting, isn't it? To think that I own the only Idaho bottle like this in the whole wide world. But surely that can't be the case. There must be another one. There must be another one of these bottles. Let me know if you can find one. The challenge is out there. So let's have a look at some of the soda bottles that I found in the UK. Starting off with one which, when I looked at it up on my shelf, I thought actually it kind of looks a little bit like the hobble skirt Coca-Cola shape. That's another thing I learned during that outing, actually, was all about the hobble skirt. And I'm just very glad that I wasn't around in the early 1900s to have to wear such a skirt, because it's called hobble skirt because of that exact reason, that women had to hobble around because they had some kind of string or something tied around at the bottom of the skirt. So there you go, ladies. Aren't we lucky we don't have to wear hobble skirts anymore? So this one is a drink called Fling. Now, I do not remember having any fling when I was younger. I didn't say a fling. I said any fling. So I don't remember drinking any fling when I was younger at all. This is probably mid-1900s. So maybe that's why, because, yeah, I wasn't around in the mid-1900s. Honestly, I wasn't. So here we've got Fling. Now next, maybe a competitor, is Zing. So we've got Zing and Fling. Anyone had some zingy fling before? Or a zingy fling, maybe. But yeah, I don't remember Zing either. Does anybody out there remember Zing or Fling? Here we've got this bottle here, which is called Cool Up. So maybe trying to imitate 7-Up. So, Cool Up. Cool Up, fling and zing. Cool up a fling. Okay, there's a lot of possibilities with these names. And then we've got Fanta here, an old Fanta bottle. And I've got quite a nice collection of Pepsi Cola bottles actually. Quite a few different ones. I'll show you some photographs. And funnily enough, I used to go actually, when I was a child down at the beach in Cornwall, I did used to go around and collect up the glass bottles and go and get usually enough to buy myself a lovely orangeade. Those were the days. Those were the days. I also just want to show you this bottle, which a lovely person called Denny sent to me last year or the year before. And this is actually from the US. It's from San Antonio, Texas, and it is my namesake's bottle. It's Nicola, carbonated beverage, Nicola. And on the back it says Nicola beverages, delicious, wholesome, refreshing. Delicious, wholesome, refreshing. And honestly, I just couldn't say it better myself. Delicious, wholesome, refreshing. So that's that for my soda bottles. So please let me know if you can find an Idaho bottle like this one. And wouldn't it be exciting if you can? Because I can't, or maybe somebody's got one at home. So that's it for the bottles for now. And I am now going to give you the results of the giveaway of Wendy Meister's Anchor necklace. So I'm just going to sit down now and go onto the Pick a Winner site and we will find out who has won that necklace, which was in a giveaway a couple of weeks ago. Right, here we are on the Pick a Winner site. So I need to paste the YouTube link here. There we go. Let's get the video, select filter. Okay, anything goes. Keyword filter. So the keyword that I used was peace. So there we are, let's continue. Loading the comments. I think there's going to be quite a lot of comments. Quite a lot of people entered this to win the Anchor necklace. So, are you going to be lucky today? Are you going to be lucky? Oh, still going. Goodness me, how many comments are there? Quite a lot. Okay, make a cup of tea, and by the time you've made your tea, hopefully all the comments will have finished loading. Ah, there we go. So we've got 564 comments that are going to be entered into this. So 564 valid comments. Now we're going to do Pick a Winner. So watch carefully. It could be you. Pick a winner. Paulette. Okay, Paulette, congratulations. The winner is Paulette. Nicola, I loved you finding the teeth. All I could think about is who they might have belonged to and how they got into the Thames. Wondered if they were old or modern. However, the darling little duckling just stole my heart as he watched you mudlarking. So congratulations, Paulette. Well done. You have won the Anchor necklace made by Wendy Meister. And so if you contact me, I will get that in the post to you. And if you want to check out Wendy's jewellery, you can find her on Clark Jewellery on Folksy. And she's got some really lovely jewellery, often inspired by the River Thames. In fact, I forgot to mention that I even have, with the bottle theme going on, I have my onion bottle earrings on, made by Wendy. Now before I go, there's just one thing I forgot to say, and that is, in the outing, you may recall that I mentioned a song about Amarillo.
And Amarillo, Texas.
Amarillo.
Yeah,
Is that the Show Me the Way to Amarillo?
that's San Jose, I thought. Good song. Wrong state.
But when I was just looking it up, I was right. There is a song with Amarillo in it. They're both very similar, but I just wanted to point out that I was correct. And it's, Is This the Way to Amarillo? I'm going to sing a little bit of it, but only a tiny bit, because if I sing too much, then I won't be able to put this video out because it will have a copyright strike. So the Amarillo song is This the... Well, actually, let's use my Idaho bottle as a thingy. Ready? Right. Is this the way to Amarillo? Yes, you must admit you do remember that, don't you? And then the other one, which Bottle Ned thought I was referring to, is Do you know the way to San Jose? So there you go. There's the two different songs. So we were both right. But yeah, anyway, that's what I was referring to, Bottle Ned. Is this the way to Amarillo? So on that note, I am not the only person who does a little bit of singing. Bottle Ned also is a little bit of a singer on the quiet, and I've already played this once on my last video, but I'm going to end this video with his rendition of Shattered Dreams. I think you're going to like it. And I hope that you all go on to have an excellent week. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you again very soon with some more adventures searching for history in the mud. I think my next outing is going to be on the River Thames. And so I can't wait to show you what I found there. So in the meantime, everyone, take care, look after yourselves, and sending you lots of love from London. Bye-bye. Oh. Oh, yes.
Totally mint.
Totally mint.
Hobble skirt Coke from...
Wow.
No, it's got a chip on it. I can't do anything right today.
They died the day